Siphinde sikubingelele sikwamukele mbukeli mungabe usanda kungena ihora njengamanje ihora lesikhombisa kanti ke sesingena eindabeni ehamba phambili kuleli hora. Umnyango wezokubusa ngokubambisana neindaba zomdabo esifundazweni KwaZulu-Natal usuqinisekisile ukuthi bane abantu abalahlekelwe impilo yabo ngesikhathi kuhlasela isishingishane kulesi sifundazwe.
Ijaji inhloko uRaymond Zondo udibene noSiviwe Mapisa Nqakula ukuze baxoxe ngemiba ephathelene nobudlelwane bokusebenzisana phakathi kweParlamente nenkundla.
Sasinyukele kwabane isibalo sabantu abalahlekelwe umphefumulo wabo ngesikhathi kuhlasela ikhukhula esifundazweni iKwaZulu-Natal. Umnyango wezokubusa ngokubambisana neindaba zomdabu kulesi sifundazwe uthi kunabanye abayisithupha oqinisekiswe ukuthi basanyamalele eKhathomena eThekwini. Umnyango udalule ukuthi omunye wabantu abashonile kulenhlekelele wemuke namanzi ngesikhathi imoto yakhe iguguleka ePine Town. Esinye isidumbu sitholakale eKhathomandro noma ke eKhathomena kwathi esesithathu sona satholakala eGlen Ashley khona eThekwini. Lesi sishingishane sishaye kakhulu emkhandlweni idolobha weTheku kwazise phela kucekeleke phansi imizi engaphezulu kwama-70 kwathi engaphezulu kwekhulu yathola ukukhahlamezeka kanti ogwini olusenyakatho zingaphezulu kwekhulu izindlu ezithintekile ngesikhathi kuhlasela lesi siphepho.
Isithethi se-ofisi kamongameli uVincent Magwenya uthi umongameli welizwe uCyril Ramaphosa uzakwenza isibhengezo okungekudala malunga nenkomfa ye-BRICS ekulindeleke isingathwe.
The president in the next couple of days or so will be concluding his round of consultations with other BRICS leaders. Thereafter, we will be in a position to advise as to when the president will make an announcement regarding the country's hosting of the BRICS summit. This is going to be a historic summit. All African heads of states have been invited. Heads of all regional multilateral bodies have also been invited. We have a historic number of countries seeking to join BRICS, which is something that BRICS member states will be considering. Therefore, it will be a very successful summit, and the president, alongside his BRICS counterpart, are all determined that nothing distracts from hosting a very successful summit.
Inhloko yamajaji uRaymond Zondo ube nenguyazana nosomlomo weParlamente uNosiviwe Mapisa Nqakula kanye nosihlalo womkhandlu obhekele ifundazwe uAmos Masondo ngenhloso yokulungisa ubudlelwane phakathi kwamajaji kanye neParlamente. Ngesonto eledlule uZondo wathi iParlamente liyadembesela uqinisekisa ukuthi lelizwe alitholi ligwamandwa amandla ombuso esikhathini esizayo. Inhloko zeParlamente zabe seyicela ukubamba umhlangano nenhloko yamajaji ukuze kubhungwe ngalolu daba njengoba zikholwa ukuthi ukuphawula kaZondo kwakubeka phansi ukusebenza kweParlamente. Lo mhlangano uzoqhubeka lapho kuzokhishwa khona umbiko mayelana nezinyathelo eseyithathwe iParlamente ngokuhambisana nezincomo zekhomishana kaZondo.
Given the nature or the tone or how the statement was written, because I was not in the meeting, I was with you here, there were fruitful discussions, and I think the discussions seem to have been quite robust, but very cordial as well. But like I said, I don't want to make assumptions and guess what could have happened inside there. The presiding officers will be able to tell you tomorrow.
Unobhala Jikelele wembutho we-ANC ufikile Mbalula utyelele iParis eFreystata ukuyothothomalisa uluntu emva kokuba abalandeli bowayesakuba ngunobhala we-ANC uAce Magashule bathuse izikipa ze-ANC nalapho uMbalula ibongoza uluntu ukuba lukhusele iziseko zophuhliso.
Abalandeli baloyo wayengunobhala Jikelele we-ANC uAce Magashule bamukele loyo wangena esikhundleni sakhe ufikile Mbalula ngokushisa izikipa zeqembu nebhokisi. uMbalula unxusa amalungu omphakathi ukuthi avikele ingqalasizinda kulabo abangahle baqale izinqushunqushu.
He has made his intention very clear that he's leaving, and that next week on Monday you will make public pronouncement on that. And then he has also made observations that are scathing against the leadership of the ANC. and which some would believe are actually distortions. But at the right time, we will respond. We are not here to chase Makhashule for whatever reason that he believes that it is time for him to give it up and then to leave.
Umbalula ubhekene nengwadla yokubolekwa kwemali ezigidi ezintathu zamarandi okuthiwa wayithola ukuze athenge indawo. Le ndawo kuthiwa yakhokhelwa ngemali ye-National Lotteries Commission, kepha umbalule wenqabile ukudalula umthombo wemali athenga ngayo.
Those people who make such allegations, they've got the honors to prove them. And I've answered this question over and over again, and it keeps coming back, but I've answered it, and I've got nothing to do with whatever allegations that are made by people.
Umbalula uthi akukho akufihlayo nangakwazi ukuphendula ngokuthi wayithenga ngani indawo ahlala kuyo, futhi waqinisekisa lokho naseParliament ngesikhathi esewungqongqoshe.
Umnyango wezempilo uqinisekisile ukuthi isibalo sabantu abaphangalale ngenxa yesifo sohudo sisahleze 43 kanti wenza konke okusemandleni ukuqwashisa ngalesi sifo ukuze phela singabhebhetheki.
Iphini likangqongqoshe wezempilo kuleli liqinisekisile ukuthi bangama43 abantu abaphangalele ngenxa yesifo sohudo selokhu sabheduka ngoNhlolanja.
Seen the number of admissions and suspected cholera cases significantly reduced in our country. We have even closed that hospital we called the Kanana in Kanana, which was a hospital, a field hospital.
Isifundazwe iGauteng sinabantu abaningi abahaqwe isifo sohudo uma siqhathaniswa nezinye.
It was largely heavy on Gauteng and Free State because the cases that we have reported on Northwest, Limpopo and Mpumalanga were actually people who had actually been in Hammanskraal, and therefore they traveled into those provinces with the cholera there.
Yize kunjalo kepha seziyabonakala izithelo zemikhankaso yokuqwashisa ngalesi sifo.
So we have actually been sending advices and request warnings to say I could have been a cholera carrier, and please, when I'm preparing food, I must actually wash hands. When we are coming in from the bathroom, please wash hands so that I could still remain with my cholera in me, which probably is not affecting me, but I should not spread it to other citizens of the country.
Zibalelwa kumaphesenti angama-80 zakhamuzi zakuleli ezihlinzekwa ngamanzi ahlanzekile njengoba kuyilungelo elikumthethosisekelo.
Izifundiswa nabaphandi abavela kwihlabathi liphela babuthelene ndawonye eStellenbosch kwiphondo laseNtshona Koloni kule veki kwinkomfa yehlabathi yesini umsebenzi nombutho ebuququzelwe sisikolo soshishino salapha eStellenbosch. Kokokuqala nqa kubanjwa lenkomfa kwelilizwekazi. Lenkomfa ke ijolise ekuxoxeni banzi ngeenkqubo neengxaki ajamelene nazo amanina nabanye ke abantu besini esehlukileyo kuquka iLGBTQI+. Kulindeleke ukuba le nkomfa ize namacebo okunciphisa ukukhutshelwa ngaphandle luntwini nakwimibutho emininzi.
Isiqubulo selengqungquthela sithi marginalized gender identities okusho ukuthi izimpawu ezibonisa ukukhishwa inyumbazana ngokobulili. Ingabe lo buhlakani buguqula kanjani umsebenzi kanye nenhlangano?
The Constitution became the first national instrument anywhere in the world that included the words sexual orientation in the Equality Clause and the clause protecting against unfair discrimination. And at the end of that year, which the Constitution was adopted, President Nelson Mandela appointed me a judge. And I've never been asked, how can you serve in the High Court or the Appeal Court or the Constitutional Court as a proudly and openly gay man? Doesn't mean that we fulfilled the dream, the noble dream, the desirable vision of full equality for queer people, transgender people, intersex people. Lesbian women particularly are at risk.
INingizimu Afrika inomthethosisekelo othuthukile kanye nomphakathi ofundisekile ngakho isethubeni elihle lokuthi izinqobo ezinqinamba ezithinta ukulingana kokobulili. Abaqhuquzeli bathi ucwaningo olenziwe emsebenzini lwehlulekile ukuveza ubunjalo bobulili emsebenzini kanye nokuthi abantu bobulili obuhlukile bayacwaswa noma cha.
This is what we teach. This is what a lot of these academics that come together, this is what we teach to managers, leaders of business. And then it starts filtering into the workplace. So whether people believe in some of these values morally or otherwise is not really the issue. It's about, especially in our country, the Constitution, and about treating people fairly and giving them an opportunity to bring their talents to the workplace.
Izithunywa zithi nakuba imithetho yaseNingizimu Afrika ebonisa impucuzeko kodwa abesifazane kanye nabanye abantu bobulili obuhlukile basabhekene nokucwaswa emsebenzini nasemphakathini.
Not only in the global south, but if you look at global north as well, because of our lack of implementing certain policies within workplaces, that is where we falter. And that is why we have so many marginalized individuals who suffer within these contexts.
Izifundiswa zifuna izinhlangano zomphakathi nohulumeni basebenzise ucwaningo lwabo ukulwisana nokucwaswa ngokobulili emsebenzini nasemhlabeni jikelele.
That's a big issue for Kenya because while there's people who want to push for equal rights, there's also people pushing against equal rights. And that starts from the very top of the hierarchy, as in from the president and all the people in parliament. So we're having a huge issue right now because on the one hand, we're saying there should be equal rights for LGBTQ people. But then they're saying, oh no, it's the Americans and these liberals who are bringing this stuff to Kenya. So we haven't got rules against it or rules for it. No laws against it or laws for it. But that makes for a very unsafe environment for anybody who's on the LGBTQ community.
Injabulo ibhalwe ebusweni kumalungu omndeni ayishumi akwaNkuna eMpumalanga ngesikhathi benikezwa indlu efudumele nehloniphekile emva kokulinda iminyaka eyishumi behleli kumjondolo obulokhu nje ubhidlika kancane kancane.
Lesi isakhiwo umndeni wakaNkuna ubusibiza ngekhaya. Leli khaya belilokhu libhidlika kancane kancane. Isimo abaphila ngaphansi kwaso sithinte izinhliziyo zabantu abaningi.
We feel right ukuthola indlu leyisha besihlupheka sihlale emkhukwini singahlali kahle baze basinceda labaningi sathola indlu leyisha.
Ngaphambi kokuba lendlu iqede ukwakhiwa umama wabo uhlaselwe ukugula wangeniswa esibhedlela.
Bekumele angene kwendlu yakhe nyalo mama akekho uyagula besitshele ukuthi sidoba naye ekhaya lakhe abone indlu yakhe linyuwani.
Umnyango wezokuhlaliswa kwabantu kulesi sifundazwe usola ukusalela emuva kohlelo lokwakhiwa kwezindlu njengembangela yokulindiswa kwalomndeni.
Inamba yabantu abadinga izindlu lapha eMpumalanga is 274,000. Lo mama ukhona ku list masibuka kodwa basekudena asiwazanga usingamjampisa besamwakhela ngoba abantu nabo bayilindile.
Kusukela manje lo mndeni usuzokwazi ukulala ukhululekile endlini ehloniphekile.
Umphathiswa wesebe lezolimo eFreystata uSaki Mukwena ubhengeze ukuzinikela kwakhe kuphuhliso lwezolimo kweliphondo ebethetha ke nabalimi abasakhasayo kwindibano ibibanjelwe eBloemfontein.
Ingaphezulu kwezigidi eziyishumi zamarandi imali ezosetshenziswa umnyango wezolimo eFree State ngenhloso yokwelekelelwa kohlelo lokufukula intsha kwezolimo. Intsha ebiyingxenye yesithangami sokucobelelana ngolwazi ikholelwa ukuthi ukuzibandakanya nezolimo kungalishintsha kakhulu ibalazwe lomkhakha.
What I've seen is we have a challenge of food insecurity. So the more young people go into farming, into agriculture, we can ensure that we secure food for our country instead of depending on food that has to be exported.
I think it's very important for youth to be in the agricultural sector to take part in food security.
Ungqongqoshe uphosele inselelo intsha yabalimi ngokuthi ingene igxile ekusebenziseni amapulazi ayo njengebhizinisi elizohamba likhule ngokuqhubeka kwesikhathi.
What we are looking for as a department is to assist those areas that help us with growth, expanding the base of ownership, the areas that are game changers in terms of the sector. This is over and above the general funding where people apply to the department and are assisted on the basis of their different proposals The other aspect I forgot to mention is to consolidate our strength for export purposes.
Uphinde wadalula nokuthi umnyango wezolimo esifundazweni maduzane uzoba nesithangami esikhulukazi sezolimo lapho kuzobhungwa khona ngeindlela zokukhulisa kakhulu lumkhakha kanye nalokho okhiqizwa ngenhloso yokudayisa.
Siphinde sikwamukele mbukeli ekhaya Jikelele breakfast show sibonga kakhulu ukuthi usahlezi kanye nathi. Mbukeli ukukhuluma iqiniso elingadingi ukuthi size sibheke izibalo zabacwaningi. Nawe ngakini lapho okhulele khona bangaka abantu abakhula emakhaya nobaba ababambe iqhaza empilweni yabo. Ziningi izathu ezenza ke ukuthi iningi likhule ngaphandle kobaba okuyinto ke umuntu okungelula ukuthi ayikhethele yona. Ngaleyo ndlela ke bambalwa kakhulu abantu abazi ukuthi lushukuthini uthando lukababa. Kwesinye isikhathi kuyaye kuholele ekutheni nalabo asebengobaba bangakwazi ukubonisa izingane zabo uthando. Namhlanje ke semukela uNeo Muthupengo ngumsunguli womcimbi weindondo obizwa ngama-Daddy Awards ukuqhakambisa phela iqhaza lobaba abaqotho empilweni yezingane zabo. Neo sikwamukele ekhaya Jikelele.
Ngiyabonga ngithanda ukubulisa bonke abantu ekhaya.
Hayi bayakubulisa nabo abantu ekhaya bathokozela ukubona namhlanje kuseni. Neo mhlawumbe ecela usiqale usitshele ukuthi yini lento ekwenze wacabanga lomqondo ukuthi uqhamuke nama-awards abizwa ngama-Daddy Awards. Mhlawumbe yinto eyenzeke empilweni yakho nawe experience the same thing, you didn't grow up with a father or kwenzakaleni empilweni yakho ukuze uzuqhamuke naleli icebo?
Ngikhule naye ubaba kodwa ubaba was not so active empilweni yami. And lento it created a void in my life, and then finally I had a son and naye washona. So kwenze ukuthi ngabona ukuthi I missed out on a lot of things in that relationship, and ngathi yazi nami ngifuna ukuba ubaba o different kwingane yami. So bengihleli naye ebusuku during COVID, and I thought I'm sure khona abo baba abakhona ukukhulisa abantwana kahle and who are active and are doing very well. So ngabona ukuthi yazi I wish I could meet someone. I'm sure he would be the daddy of the year. It was just an idea ngihleli nomntana wami ngathi yo I'd like to meet a community abobaba abazokhulisa abantwana abazobonisa uthando, you know. And yeah, that's how it came about, and I started researching ngabona ukuthi your information iningi ngaphandle about abobaba, and the information is more negative than positive. And the reality is there are positive fathers out there. So ngabona ukuthi as in maybe angenze le alama awards just to show ukuthi, you know, there are positive fathers out there who are active in their bringing of kids.
Cha ngiqale ngokuthi nje bandla, so sorry about your loss.
Yeah.
Siyaxolisa kungcono ukubona ukuthi cha impilo iyaqhubeka kanti futhi usunazo ezinye izingane. So yini wena mhlawumbe ke into oyenzayo wena nawe ukwenza isiqiniseko sokuthi ubaba opresent?
Yabona I try daily to put my son on my to-do list. Zonke izinto engizenzayo na ukuthi to-do list yami nokuthi ngimgeze ngidlala naye. So I'm really active and present ukuthi ngibe na not ukuthi nje ngihlale ngibheke iTV na no ngidlala ngimnikeza isikhathi just beyond being present in the house. So those are the little things, but ziningi kakhulu ngimisa esikolweni ngikhuluma naye ngidlala naye. Yeah, there's quite a lot.
You are very active in this father thing.
The awards is more about that, being active, you know, because you can be present uhlale endlini nje ubona umntana uhleke naye, but that's not really activism, and showing love and activism is a doing thing, you know.
So yini le enkulu nje ongathi nansi into engifuna ukuyizuza, this is what I want to achieve ngo create these awards?
Yabona ama awards, what I want to achieve with it is first to build a community abobaba where we can all start to engage around issues of being a father and how to be active and how to even rehabilitate our relationship with nabantwana if azange sibe nabo or whatever the case may be. So that's what we want to achieve, and making sure ukuthi abobaba are active dads than just beyond being present and being conscious mabana ma family nabantwana ukuthi am I really being positive and actually giving into my child's life than just being there ngithi hayi ngithenga indlu
ngiyabondla
ngiphelele lapho. It doesn't really work that way.
So kuma categories akhona ke la kuma Daddy Awards awusitshele nje ngawo ukuthi niwakhethe kanjani nokuthi imapha akhona?
So if we are good Daddy Awards South Africa uzobona ama category. There's Daddy of the Year, which wonke umuntu is eligible to enter for. And then from the stats and the information sitholile kune single dad of the year, kune unemployed dad of the year, kune non-resident dad of the year, and then kune dad with special needs. So yonke lento we found it through our research ukuthi yazini there's a lot more to abobaba than just umuntu in a certain way. And ngoba awusebenzi doesn't mean awusubaba oqotho, and doesn't mean awungeke contribute empilweni yomntwana wakho. And there guys who are doing it, so we want them to show laba ababona ngathi it's not the way, or I can't do it, or I don't have the means. It's not.
Ngoba baningi futhi obaba uthola ukuthi uyathanda unalo uthando kodwa ushoda ngento yokuhleka. Uyabona mina nje ngihlezi well jokingly ngithi you know phela it's between two things. It's either you are there financially or you are there emotionally. You can't be absent on both.
I think abobaba what they feel like, and it's for all us men, because we've been raised to be abantu be provision. But if you don't have provision, you shouldn't feel like you can't contribute into a child's life. And that's why this platform, the Daddy Awards South Africa, that's where we want to make sure that laba abangasebenzi but they're really doing well. Let's see from them, let's learn from them and what they're doing. And that's going to spill over into your life of your kid, the life of your spouse, the life of the people around you. Good to know, yes, nagasebenzi ubaba, but hey, lo muntu, we can really rely on him.
Umphakathi ke nje Jikelele weneyo ungazuza ini uma ngabe nje kungathiwa nje si society esizoba nobaba abaqotho. Like what can we achieve from that?
So much. I think we all know the issues around GBV, you name it, where even kids are themselves getting into bad things at school, and be drugs, be teenage pregnancy, you name it. Zonke lezinto it's a part where abobaba can help, you know, bring the kids into a sound mind. And obviously, you know, Nabo Mama, they are playing their role. But we are coming as a Daddy Awards South Africa in a role to help from a fatherly perspective with dad. As figure nati snete Nabo Mama and carry the weight nati, you know. So within society, it's definitely going to spill over, and as well as into your relationship, because abantu abazwani umama no baba, because tina asfigi lafana sfige khona.
Yes, and abantu besilisa bakutholi lokho ukuthi yazi ukunakela ingane ave kuyinto enzima, especially yabona ingane masencane wawukhona neyakhe sasencane.
Ngisekhona namanje.
Lalela ingane masencane yakhala ayilala ebusuku. You know, you think ngiyabona ipost ku Twitter ebifaka uclean brink omunye abalingisi nje abaqazilela eSouth Africa efake ipost yokuthi ebeka isithombe sengane yakhe ibambile ingane encane echaza ukuthi ekseni ngo5 uyovuka ukwenzela unkosikazi wakhe ikhofi aphatha ingane kuze unkosikazi ezoya emsebenzini yena sale gadi ingane for like 3 hours kuze kubuye umama wayo bese beyashintshana. Abantu abaningi besifazane bemncoma ukuthi wow waze wabusiseka unkosikazi wakho ngawe. Uyabo waqhakambisa ukuthi yazi abantu abaningi abakhulumayo abangcomayo abantu besifazana kusiba besilisa ngoba abesilisa basasalele emuva ngokucabanga ukuthi umsebenzi wokunaturisha ingane encane umsebenzi womuntu wesimame kuphela. Kanti nawe vuka ndoda ushushuzela ingane, and that way nami yazi ngikuthanda more. Ngibona ukuthi hawu yazi umuntu yami uyangicabangela ufuna ngithola i-beauty sleep.
No, you're right by that, and I think how I even got to a point ngicabanga khona ukuthi let's make an example. Say one day unkosikazi wakho is not there anymore and we're nengane. What are you going to do? So on that day, if you know, I see to even jalo, but finally now uhlala ready. Ukuthi ungathatha ingane yakho inakekele immediately if umama akekho or maybe uyagula and akakhona ukwenza lutho. So that's when exactly you as a man need to be able to say, oh ingane yami konje mayivuka fanele idle medication
ishintsha kanje inakekele.
Uyabona, we really need to be active, and I think part of that is I try as much as possible every afternoon. And that's also spending time, building a bond, building a relationship. So it's the small things, the daily things for me.
Uyabona nje lento eqalile hayi into emnandi kabi. Nami ufuneka nje ngizoyiqhambisa lento yodedi udedi nami ngisafuneka akabona ukuthi ingane ivuka kanjani gadi.
No uzofika.
Uyabona futhi bakhona ke nababukela baphawulile weneke mase ngabe sixoxisise behlezi nawe basilalele namanje basikhuluma ngaludaba base beyasenda ke ama views wabo. Ake siza ukuthi ababukeli baphawule bathini.
Utata umsasazi ngumuntu ebesithanda, ngumuntu onobubele obathandayo abantwana bakhe, okoko ngasayahlala sibona ecaleni kwakhe, ngumuntu ebengathanda uba masisokole, ebezama ngandlela zonke ngoba ebengaphangeli azame uhambe funa ibishop emizini olusa inkomo zabantu aze nemali anayo endlini asinika siphe sonke anike nomamamu kube mnandi ekhaya uba isasithanda nangoku ene nathi siyamthanda futhi siyakuthanda tata uKululu Jokazi.
Mina owami ubaba ngiyamkhumbula namanje ngiyambonga lo ngenzelo wangiphi imfundo ngafunda ngaba uthisha wangifundisa ukuphathwa kanjani ukwakha umuzi so ikhulu iqhaza lidlala impilo yami wami ngidlala uphumule la ukholele khona mawandla sithawa Izindaba la.
Mina into lengikhumbulako ngababe wami nanoma sewalala ukumuntu libeka amati kumuntu ahlonipha nami wake wangitshela wathi nangabe ufuna impilo iqhubekele phambili kumele ukuthi uhloniphe lomncane uhloniphe nalomdzala ubadi bantu impilo itawuqhubekela phambili lala kahle endaweni.
Mina njengobaba engakusho ubudlelwane enginabo mina nezingane zami buhle kakhulu. Ngiyakwazi ukuhlala nazo nakuba onina mhlawumbe engekho kodwa ngiyakwazi ukuhlala nezingane zami zijabulela khona kakhulu futhi ukuhlala nami ngoba angisiyelo umuntu othethayo nothanda ukushaya ingane. Unina wazi khonza ukuyishaya kakhulu manje zijabulela kakhulu ukuhlala nami.
Mina ngikhuliswe badala bami bobabili make wami angasebenzi babe wami angumfundisi but ngiyabonga nje babe lichaza ladlalile empilweni yami because ku-neighborhood yasekhaya I went to one of the best schools and bekandasho ukuthi noma ngasebenzi mara besilala sidlile so ngiyabonga kakhulu ngalangendele kona.
Siyabonga kakhulu babukeli ngezimvo zenu N10 ayithumelela thina la ekhaya jikelele. Siyajabula uma benisithumela niqhubeke nje nenze njalo nangomusa. Neo hayi uyazi ngiyathokozisa ukubona ukuthi at least izitori lezi sithola it's positive. Everybody lapha yana uyasho ukuthi ena ayi yena ubaba ubengithanda nomunye ubaba naye uyasho ukuthi ingane zami ngiyayithanda. Kuyajabulisa ukubona ukuthi I think akusafana seqaleni especially I generation of fathers yamanje le abawonke angabethu you know the new generation ibuka yangazi ukuthi I more hands on einganeni.
Yes, there's actually a lot of us, and I'm very proud to say that I'm seeing more and more abobaba who are younger, who are very active. But I want to emphasize on the fact that when you say you love someone, it's beyond just ukuluma. You know, you really have to put in the work. And I have to say, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. It's very hard, but over time it gets easier and you find yourself actually having fun at the end of the day. Because Tina sibona abantwana as umntana akangizwa akangunderstand, but they feel, you know, and your presence will really make a difference as well as your activism into the child's life. Yeah.
Manje Neo awusitsheleke sesivala nje ke ukuthi kungenela kanjani? How do you enter or nami ngamfaka wami ubaba ngithi nje lo uyayideserve award kungenela kanjani kanti futhi uzoba ninike lo mcimbi wama awards?
So the awards, how to enter for the awards, it's for a dad as in ubaba wako or a father figure, maybe umalume wako, ubaba wa next door. So we're bringing all fathers and father figures into this competition so we can bring light and create a museum of great fathers and great dads. And then ungaya website to daddyawardssouthafrica.co.za, you go to the competition tab and then uzoboni form, then you nominate. Abo baba, you can't self-nominate. You don't know if you're a good dad or not. Abantu abaphila now you would know maybe the father of your children, is he good or not, does he deserve? And if he's not, we're not saying they are bad people or bashing them. We're saying, begani nababanye, now we work your way towards this, then the following year you might also be nominated. Yeah, so that's how you do it. And then it's easy, it's an easy competition for social media. You just have to create content to show good you're a dad daily. Not just only the pretty days party, but daily, how are you as a father to your kids, so that society can witness and just vote for you ngama likes.
Yes.
Really that simple.
Thank you so much, Neo, for your time. Siyabonga kakhulu uzivakashelela ekhaya jikelele. Siyabonga kakhulu sikufisela inhlanhla ke futhi naseyinhlelweni zakho nje eqhubekayo. Uyabona nje ama Daddy Awards they rock ngoba phela ziyagqugquzela ukuthi obaba babe obaba abaqotho. Umbukeli uNeo Muthopengelo ungumsunguli womcimbi weindondo obizwa ngama Daddy Awards. Ngenhloso phela ugqugquzela ke ukuba kube khona obaba abaqotho kuleli njengoba nje ke siphothula inyanga yokubungaza obaba eNingizimu Afrika. Asithi qu 8 olongathi bangabe sibuya wembukeli kunesivakasho ozosijabulela kabi. Undaba mlonyeni okhulunywayo kulezi insuku Shaka Ilembe.
Enkosi ngokuhlala nathi nisasibukele kaloku apha ekhaya jikelele kwinkqubo-ndaba yakho uDTT. Eziphala phambili ke kwimidlalo phesheya kwemida, umphathisi webhola ekhatywayo ePortugal uJose Mourinho wanxiba imicrophone ukuzama ukuzikhusela xa iqela lakhe iAS Roma lijongene neqela iMonza ngoMeyi kwinyanga edlulileyo. Kutshanje ke lo kaMourinho unikwe isithintelo seentsuku ezilishumi ngusompempe. uMourinho ke uza kuphoswa ngumdlalo weqela lakhe lokuvula isizini yeSerie 8 ngenxa yokunqunqenyanyiswa kwaye wanikwa isohlwayo se-€50,000. uMourinho wamgxeka kabukhali uChifi emva komdlalo wokubamba ngamanqaku leRoma neMonza, embiza ngokuba ngoyena sompempe umbi akhe wadibana naye kuwo wonke umsebenzi wakhe.
I-Inter Milan isimemezele uGerardo Motion njengomqeqeshi omusha waleli qembu. Lo mqeqeshi oneminyaka ama-60 ubudala wake waqeqesha uMessi ngesikhathi beseqenjini iBarcelona phakathi kuka-2013 no-2026. uMartino ukhuze ibuya kwezokuqeqesha emva kokushiya iqembu laseMexico emva komqhudelwano wendebe yomhlaba lapho lelizwe lakhishwa khona esigabeni samaqoqo okuqala kusukela ngo-1978. Kanti-ke wake waqeqesha ne-Atlanta United ngonyaka u-2018 lapho anqoba khona icoco ezimbili.
Ukanti kwiqela lesizwe labasetyhini njengoko indebe yehlabathi yabasetyhini beFIFA isondele, umqeqeshi weBanyana uDesiree Ellis uthi into abagxile kuyo ngoku kukulungisa izicwangciso zabo nendlela abawasebenzisana ngayo nale ntubente. iBanyana ifake kwicandelo elingekho lula kunye neSweden, iArgentina neItaly. Injongo ke yeli qela kukudlulela kwizigaba ezingaphambili njengoba bethatha inxaxheba kwindebe yehlabathi. Okwesibini, iBanyana ke inabadlali abanatalente, omnye wabo nguRifilwe Jane.
iBanyana ke itosebenzisa sipiliyoni sabo labasithola ngeminyaka ka-2019 kule ndebe yemhlaba beyibanjelwe eFrance kule ndebe yemhlaba letako litobe ise-Australia nase-New Zealand. eNingizimu Afrika ke yahlulwa kuwo yonke ke imidlalo emithathu leyawudlala. Bakhona kuthiwa ligoli linye lokubika ekhaya, kanti ke bangenelwa amagoli lasiphohlongo. Emidlalweni wabo wokuqala ke bahlulwa ngemagoli lamane yiGermany. Base ke bahlulwa live laseChina ngeligoli linye ecanzeni. Leli goli labo lekubika ke kulomqhudelwano balishaya ngalesikhathi bahlulwa live laseSpain ngemagoli lamathathu kulinye.
Not conceding set pieces, not conceding early, making sure that when we win the ball, what we're going to do, because that's some of the things that we've been working on, and making sure that when we get a goal scoring opportunity that we actually put it away, because if you look back at 2019 we could have gone 2-0 up after half time and the game might have turned out differently, and the margins are that small, and football has gotten better, so we also need to be better in certain areas.
Kepha ke leli qembu alisafani naseminyakeni leminele yengcina. iBanyana iyake kulomqhudelwano iboshambeni belivekade leAfrika ngemva kokuthi ke baphumelele lesicoco bashaye iMorocco kulomnyaka lophelile ngenyanga yakholwana.
I think even before being WAFCON champions, there were already expectations, and that's not going to change. Obviously, now with the title of being WAFCON, the expectations is even bigger because they expect more, and we know that, So we're working towards not trying to disappoint anyone, but we're working towards going there and making sure that the fans back home can really be proud of this team.
Kanti ke nyalo sebaningi badlali bakuleli labadlala ngaphesheya kwetilwandle. Lokufaka ekhathi captain waleli qembu Refilwe Jane.
Playing in Italy makes it quite easier for me to share the scope with the management. I think 95% of the players in the national team of Italy play in Italy. So some of them I play with them in my team, some of them I've played against them, and some I've played with them in previous teams. So I know quite a lot about the Italian team, the Italian structure, and also the qualities that some of the players have.
Sipiliyoni saGermany siphosena ke lodlala eveni laseMexico sitolincedza leli qembu njengoba ke utobe adlala kulendebe yemhlaba yesibili ngekulandzelana.
We were recently told it's unfortunate that it was such a short notice in terms of that we're playing Botswana. As a team, we would like to play a stronger team, but it's a send-off match, so we will go there and do our best and hopefully get a good result. I believe in the team, what they're capable of, and we need to show the nation and gain confidence from this match going into the World Cup.
Kungena ke enkundleni etemidlalo kutobe kumahala ha kanti ke ematikiti atomukeliswa kusukela namuhla. Umdlalo wokugcina ke wokutilolonga utawudlala nelive lase-Costa Rica, eChurch Christ, eNew Zealand nasekusela nje emalanga lasiphohlongo kuthi kuqale le ndzebe yemhlaba lapho iNingizimu Afrika itobe itholene eTulu neSweden.
Kaizer Chiefs imkhombe indlela uAtazwane njengomqeqeshi weqembu esikhundleni sakhe yaqasha umlifi Ntseki owabe ecija iBafana Bafana. Njengamanje ke uZwane owazakhela igama ngelika 10-111 usazosebenza njengephini lomqeqeshi eNaturena. Ukuhlelwa kabusha kwethimba labaqeqeshi beKaizer Chiefs kusho ke ukuthi uNtseki uyena manje osezoba inhloko yabaqeqeshi kuleli qembu kanti uZwane ke emsebenzini wakhe omusha njengomsizi kaNtseki uzobe bambisene noDillian Shepherd. Uma sibheka ebholeni lomnqakiswano umdlali weqembu iGauteng Fireballs uChina Mdawu ufunga yagomela impela ukuthi hayi cha bazokwazi ukusivikela isicoco sabo seTelkom Netball League ngesonto elizayo uma ngabe sebebhekene neJaguars.
iGauteng Fireballs iyobe ibuye ukuvikela isicoco sayo sekuqala leyasithola lomnyaka lophelile. Leli qembu lakhona kuphazamise iGauteng Jaguars lebe isolo itendela nje isikhathi lesithe kulandzela ukuthi bayibhacabule 35-32 kumdlalo osezingeni kakhulu bokade useHartfield Arena ePitoli lomnyaka lophelile. Leli qembu leGauteng Jaguars lisenzaweni yesibili kanti ihola yeFree State Crinums ngemaphuzu lamashumi kanti emaFireballs anemidlalo esandleni. Umdlalo wamaFireballs China Mdawu uthemba kusengiso sikhathi sekuthi liqembu lakhe kusale kuba ngilolelena kahle kakhulu manje kuligi.
Jaguars is a phenomenal team with a great legacy, but as Fireballs we think it's our time right now and we're taking full advantage of that, but obviously respectfully and understanding and paying respects to all the greats that came before us and making sure that everyone understands that netball is great throughout South Africa, not just in one part of South Africa, and that's what we want to just showcase.
Leliki ngaphambilini bekusola kuyiGauteng Jaguars beyitendela kuyo ingena competition njengoba yathatha emahlandla lasihlanu ngeminyaka 27 kuya ku2021 kanti iFree State Crinums yathatha ileague emahlandla lamathathu kusukela nga2014 kuya ku2016 Mdawu uthi competition ematima kakhulu kule season.
Fireballs, we definitely want to take it game for game and see how it all plays out. We have great teams in the TNL, so many strong teams. This year, I don't know, is it because of the World Cup, but we're just loving the development and all the opportunities that have been given to all teams and adding 2 new teams to the TNL. So we just so amazing and so grateful for all the amazing players that are coming into the system to make sure that the development in our country for netball is still there.
China Mdawu akekho ke kubadlali abalishumi Proteas laba bayingcenye yenzebe yemhlaba lebaseKapa lenyanga leTakom kanti uthi lokungabi ingcenye lenzebe yemhlaba kamehleli kahle.
Yeah, definitely it was a disappointment. I don't want to say disappointment, actually, funny enough, I just said it was sad, purely because there was some other personal reasons that I couldn't make it. But more importantly, the 15 that have made it, we want to congratulate the girls and make sure that they are ready for the World Cup. So that's why we're all doing our part, whether you made it or not, whether you're sad, disappointment, whatever your feeling is. We all have a role to play to make sure all our girls are ready for the World Cup. And that's by giving our A game to the girls in the TNL League or whatever other national league they are in and make sure that they're ready to take that podium finish.
Lona leminyaka le-25 manje abe ingcenye lelicembu labahingcenye yenzebe yemhlaba lebekade isengilandi kule minyaka lemine lengcile. Kepha uthemba ukuthi utawuba ingcenye lelicembu letawuya kundzebe yemhlaba letako letabe ise-Australia.
I mean, if my body allows, definitely it takes a toll to be a professional sporting person. I think anyone who can play netball or any sport that you love or you're passionate about, you'll keep doing it until you can't. And yeah, there's always another turn. It's just not my turn right now. And when it is, I'll definitely take it with both hands.
Imidlalo yokugcina eTelkom Netball League yodlala ngemigcibelo eHartfield Arena ePitoli. Kanti Mdawu ufuna ukuthi ithi ibiphela abeyashiya umlando kuvakala ukuthi cha naye bekakhona kule midlalo yekugcina.
Asijonga kumdlalo weqakamba kwelase-United Kingdom, umdlalo phakathi kweNgilane kunye ne-Australia eLords eLondon uphazanyisiwe ngabaqhankqalazi ababini bakutshintsha imezulu beqela lamatshantliziyo eJust Stop Oil. Bahlasele ibala bephethe ipaint ye-orange ngomgubo kodwa bathintelwa ukuba bafikelele kwabalandeli.
Mbukeli sithatha iqu ey'tolo sithi kuyokhokha iy'kweletu kodwa ungalinge unyakaze Mbukeli ngiyakuthembisa mangabe sibuya ey'tolo so esiphethe uLemuhang odlala indaba kwindawo lapha yakashaka kuyishaka ilembe. You don't want to miss this. Stay tuned. Siphinde sikamukele Mbukeli wekhaya Jikelele breakfast show sibonga kakhulu ukuthi ke usahlezi nathi la ekhaya siyathemba ukuthi unethezekile lapha khona futhi nje usibuka kamnandi ucomfortable unethezekile uma ngabe ke Mbukeli kukhulunywa ngokubunjwa ukukhula kanye nomlando nje Jikelele wesizwe samaZulu umuntu oqala ngqa ofike engqondweni yilembe leqa amanye amalembe ngokukhalipha ushaka kasenza ngakhona okuyena umuntu phela owathatha uZulu wambeka kwelinye izinga phela ke ilembe ngisho amakhosi ayesatshwa ngaleso sikhathi kwaxega amadola godolo emini uma ngabe kukhulunywa ngalo lalingagayelwa mphako nakuba ke akhula kanzima unodumo ehlezi kaMenzi kodwa wakhula wadla izizwe nezizwana wazondwa ngisho nabakwabesiswini nokuyibona ke abagcina bemcijela itulo lokumbulala ngenxa yesibindi namandla yenawo angasoza libaleka kwagcina ke kuhlalwa phansi kwahlelwa umdlalo ngaye Mbukeli iningi labantu ke lichichima injabulo nokuyigqaja ngemva kokukhishwa komdlalo sekunesikhathi ubhekwe ngabomvu ngalo ilembe uqoshwa kwalomdlalo kubize ukwedlula yonke imidlalo esekuyaqoshwa kulelizwe kanti ke umuntu odlala indawo kaShaka noma ke kaSishaka ashayeki nguLemuhang wakwaTsipha sikubingelele Lemu sikamukele la ekhaya Jikelele breakfast show sibonge kakhulu ngokuthi uzivakashele namhlanje ekseni lalela I understand the excitement esinayo
Thokoza mina nje uba lapha le SABC kusekhaya
yeah ayisiyajabula ngizwile ukuthi wasempangeni
ngisuka khona impela wacetshwa
hayibo Lemuhang impangeni
ngiyazi ijwayele confuse abantu abaningi ukuthi abazali bami basikhulisele khona ngoba kade befunda ongoye so since bona basevasithi kade behlala
okonjongo evele behlala ngaphakathi so ingane that is so nice Lemu Lemu ziningi indawo usuke wayidlala before ama roles osuke waba nawo lapha otshengise khona ukuthi italent lakho liyamangalisa likhulu lihle futhi usebenza kahle kodwa hayi undaba mlonyeni njengamanje ishaka ilembe
phela leli lokugcina alikho edlula leli I think ubona kwami kuyintokozo nje enkulu ukuthi umuntu nje ozalelwe wacetshwayo uthola leli thuba nje lingakho lokudlala irole nje
irole enkulu njengale uma ngabe ke ngiyazi ukuthi yena uhambile waya kuyinhlolo khono phecelezi ke ama auditions several times uye ikhathi eningana ezi more than one auditionela le part yini le ngaphakathi kuwe ebithi nje uyazini le role le eyami futhi nje ngekho ke umuntu ongayidlala le role njengami
mina bengitshela ukuthi mhlawumbe kuyinto engibizele yona nje engikhethelwe yona ngoba nami ngiyidawutha nje ngathi mina umfana nje womsusu nje ufunani kulento kanti hayi ngilokho lingivuma nje role so ngicine sengitholile ngiyathokozisa nje
manje awungitshela nje welemu uxoxele nombukelo sekhaya ukuthi yini into obuyenza ukulungiselela le role uprepare I mean ukuhamba ucoshela ulwazi research ngale role eyenza ukuthi ukwazi kumdlala ngalendlela omdlala ngayo
Number 1 bekuyiphysics bekumele ngenze sure ukuthi isithombe uyabona lapha
uyabona ke lapho I'm sure awudinganga kodwa ukwenza kakhulu uthenje kancane ngoba ubuvele
hayi phela bengicabangela futhi nepressure phela kunabanye abafowethu osenza ngakhona la iningi ikhrumu ibukele show baba so kumele wenze sure ukuthi at all points nje on point so that was obviously number 1 number 2 ukulanda ulwazi nje nokufunda but baningi abantu kade sidonsa kubo nje abanolwazi nje oluningi ngalolu daba abantu abafana noBamtaka nama historians nje akakhona wasebhomba the research
phela kule role le bekumele ukuthi ushaka umenze ukuthi aphile sikholwe nathi siyababukela ukuthi yabona ke lona uye ushaka manje lo bekungasona umsebenzi obunzima kuwe
kakhulu phela iselesikole lesiyana nje akuyona irole nje like we used to playing ama role amancane nje ufike ungene esethini uyidlalele but lo umlando wabantu abawuthatha very seriously yabo bayohlonipha futhi nama had to approach it ngendlela efanayo
manje wathatha isikhathi esingakanani mina ngiyakhumbula nje maqala seqala ukupromote le show kuthiwa ishaka ilembe coming soon lokho kuthiwa coming soon unyaka wonke manje how long did it take ukuthi ni ushoot wonke
hlaka shoot was about 5 months But I could say unyaka wonke because besilokho esibuya nje silokho esifaka ama-scenes silungisa lapho nalapho. But principal photography yakhona ibithathe 5 months.
Yeah. Okay. So ngiyazi ukuthi ena nashutha ngewinter. Nashutha kusebusika kanjena njengoba namhlanje nje ngithema ngiphuma endlini ngezwe ngiqhaqhazela ngacabanga mangazi ngizokhuluma nawe. Ngithi engabolemo babenze njani kumele ngingene nasemanzini.
Cha bese fridge lapha na angisho fridge bese freezer lapha ngibulenyisa nebesishutha kunensizwa la ewakhona kumele ngiyidonse bengithi ngibheka phansi utshani bufreezile
ngiyabanda
straight nje so bekubanda and futhi lapha besingaqhokile besivunulile so indaba
hayi wonke umuntu ukhuluma ngendaba yokungaqhokike phela lapha ukuthi hey angigqokiwe lapha ngaze ngasho mina ngathi hayi cha kuhle impela ukuthi kukhona bononomzamo lapha mina nje ngiyintombi yakwethu ngalokho ngigadile ngithi idolo lami lingaveli director ngoba nginama insecurities
hayi lapho uzogcina ukhohliwe phela the first day obviously uthatha isikhathi ukuthi uadjust ngoba asaphili ngendlela efanayo but after day 2 day 3 nje uyajwayela
and I'm sure
nje inkinga amakhaza
and I'm sure vele kuyasiza nokuthi imajority yenu vele niqoke ngokufana so it's not like you are the only person oqoke ngaleyo ndlela
wele ama extras konke
nje uqoke kanjalo so ke njengamanje ngizocela udirector ukuthi asifakele isithombe la esokhuluma ngaso njengamanje wonke umuntu njengoba nje kudlala ushaka nanani I mean sonke sikhule nangu into esasibuka wonke umuntu uqhathanisa nalo Henry Cela ushaka wasekuqaleni ingabe wena ngizena ngacabanga ngathi oh but this is so unfair because you know I mean sekuyi generation entsha manje ku right nokuthi nabo laba bakhulayo nabo ba identify nomuntu oseduze nabo in terms of age as well and stuff so wena uzizwa kanjani ngalesi statement sabantu sokuthi bona ba identify Henry Cela as ushaka
mina ngangijabulisa because kunginike opportunity yokuziprove and kuyachaza ukuthi le role le uyishayile impela uBabenda the late Babenda and for me it's like yabona ifana nabadlali bebhola thola ukuthi uRonaldo kufika kwakhe eMadrid eMadrid eManchester United bekune jersey number 7 laziwe ukuthi jersey kaBeckham laqokwa so kuleyo position manje so for me I just hope ngiyafulfill and ngijabulisa abantu especially audience
okay hayi cha nginesiqiniseko sokuthi sizojabula because yazi abantu into abangayazi because ngithema ngicheck I'm like yo yazi lo uguy lo abantu abaningi I mean if you don't know about him you've done amazing things I mean ushuta ama international movies iyiphi nje mhlambe A1 ongathi stood out for you or ikhona year most challenging
I few nyana the one is the boy who harnessed the wind now it did well besebenza no Chiwetel Ejiofor ubaba wabona iOscar kunamanye Eye in the Sky kuno amandla ekuningi
manje ke most definitely vele ushaka ilembe is going to go international like there's no question about it so ukulungele yini ngoba ngiyakubona Nkosi yami ngikhuluma nawe nje ngiyabona cha bandlavu uthobekile manje ukulungele ipressure zoqhamuka with
hayi la ngenze sure ukuthi ngiprepare mentally yami so for the last few years because bengisebenza on this game for at least about 10 years manje so ngilokho ngisprepare kancane and I think I'm ready for
this moment ngike ngezwa ke mangithi ngiyafunda lapha ngoba phela ngifundile mangizwe ukuthi ngizokhuluma nawe ngathi awuthi ke ngicheckela who's this guy ngiyabona lapha bayasho ukuthi yena uthanda ukudirector uthanda vision mixing manje phela nathi ke la e-studio sino director ngaliya futhi sino vision mixer manje ngiyayibuza ukuthi ayibo uthi phephile nje umsebenzi laba abantu mangabula
ngikho sho ngifike ngaqoloka lapha la ngathi ngenzeka ngifike nje la every day
so ucabanga ukuthi mhlawumbe after acting if there will be such a time where you say after because unga actor mosuzube yikhehla but mhlawumbe do you think there will come a time where you will say okay manje sengifuna ba behind the scenes or do you think uzolokhu nje
definitely sengiya prepare for leso stage manje khona izinto engiyibhalayo but angawazi ukukhuluma ngazo kunama film nama series engifuna ukwa director ngiphinde ngwa producer so ngisebenza kuwo and the next step before that is music abantu abaningi abazi ukuthi
wow let's talk about your music there ngiyacula
ngiyacula kancane ngiyayiphimbela kodwa auto tune yangisiza
ngiyakhumbula waba nenkulumo mpikiswano mayelana nokucula ka AKA no baninde bazo no T-Pain ukuthi ocho so uyadeclare nje kusa before ukuthi abantu bazi ukuthi
bangangijudge nje kakhulu
auto tune
auto tune but khona ngistrong la ekubhaleni because since ngingane nje
ngilokhu music I didn't even know ukuthi kunesikole Richards Bay mina so actors because nami phela ngiphuma that side ukuba ngangazi mhlawumbe nami ngisafunda high school ngangizobheka ngiresearch ukuthi akunezikole kanje phela nje sina sasijwayele ukuthi you are in a traditional school and
mina bekunenhlanhla because le high school engiye kuyo fortunately ibi offer drama so ngiqala ngayibamba khona and then uqhubeza imfundo yami ngakwenzele lento ke Cape Town after
okay so ngibe ngifuna ukubuza something else about ngizwe uthi why prepare mentally for this bengifuna ukubuza ukuthi kubaluleke kangakanani ukuthi as an actor and actress ube mentally fit to handle ama situations. I mean these days mfethu a lot of people are going through mental issues ama depression especially with the nature of the industry enikuyo so when what do you do maybe nge spare time sakho or privately to make sure ukuthi yazini right mentally you are prepared and fit?
Well, for an actor, I think first and foremost, into ebalulekile ukudebrief.
Yes.
Because abantu abaningi sifike dlala ama character nje, abanye bangenelwa ama character, ama traits abo angagcina aphuma. So ukudebriefa number 1, number 2, make sure that abantu in your life abantu abagroundayo, abantu abangeke bekufake kwi hype. Njengamanje kune hype eningi around impilo yami, but abangani bami abangitreat njengalowo muntu. Namanje bangangitshela into wrong, into right. So you need those 2 things. I think are my fundamentals asizayo nje kakhulu.
Okay. Yeah. So now sakusela kancane seseyigoqa lenyanga kaJune okuyinyanga yentsha phela. June 16 sasivakashela baba umbongeni la ngixoxele. Okungasemnandi sikhuluma nje nge-youth whatever it is. So nawe mangakubuza nje ukuthi njoba sesigoqa inyanga yentsha njengomuntu osemusha, do you think ukuthi intsha ithola ama opportunities enough compared to eqaleni obviously, and 2 if bayawathola do you think bayawa maximize? Are they taking up the space? Are they doing what they're supposed to be doing?
I think youth yamanje is the most blessed youth that we've ever had in history yomhlaba nase South Africa, and nayi opportunity yabo. Amafoni ungenza yonke into efonini, ungashoot content yakho if ufuna ukuba content creator, if you are dancer or if mhlawumbe uyasebenza whatever unga-advertise umsebenzi wakho la. So ama opportunities akhona, it's up to us ukuthi siwasize ama opportunities siwa maximize.
Yes. Okay ke Mr Maximize njengamanje bengazi ukuthi wena lemu ngeke uzuhambe la bengafonanga ama call. Hayi asebaxinile ke ngale. Ayangena nje kuthiwa no sifuna ukukhuluma nolemu, so njengamanje sinonomusa ophuma kwaZulu Natal ongathi usishela ucingo. Nomusa untombi sawubona ntombi sikwamukele ekhaya Jikelele sihlezi nolemu la uphuma empangeni uthi nje yena ushaka ilembe.
Cha nangona ngomunye abantu ushaka uHenry Cele so manje mangabe sisezoba nomunye ushaka manje really looking forward to ngibona ukuthi umehluko kuzoba yini yabona. So lamantombazana asemancane abasakwazi ukulinda phela ukubona ama apps.
Lalela wentombi lo bhuti esihlezi naye la lalela unama abs for days.
Abasakwazi ukulinda ubona ama apps besam nale voice yelayon yabona nasamabesifazane bona ivoice umi deep akithi uyazi ukuthi abantu besilisa kakhulukazi bale kwaZulu Natal bebona lo ivoice ethi nje noma becula bathi so manje yabona sesithola ilayon ke manje sithola ibhubesi
izobonga
Silver bullet uzongiqhatha lawa.
Okay ke ntombi ngabe mhlawumbe sikhona ufuna ukusho kulemu noma mhlawumbe ufuna ukukubuza?
Hayi ngithi mina sinokuhle nje ku-career yakhe bengisazobuza ukuthi uyena akekho yini ngaphansi kwezinto zihambe njengoba besilinde vele sizomcompare vele noHenry Cele ipheza anayo njengamanje.
Hayi besike sambuza ke lo mbuzo kodwa nje ngoba usuze wasishayela ngefoni uzophinde futhi akutshele ukuthi ena ingcindezi uyizwa kanjani lemu?
Ayikho ingcindezi singama actor ethu asifani abantu abafani, so I think ama performance ethu azoba unique and into engijabulisayo ukuthi thina kwazile ukuyenza ngelanguage yezulu, so I think wona amehluko sobona between ama projects ethu, but yeah abantu kumele beyibukele nje and then mase bengibukeli bangasiqhathaka after kodwa before kuba nzima.
Yeah bazobona kahle masuqalile bese beyabona ke uqhathanisa. Ntombi siyajabulela ukuthi ena usifonelile la ekhaya Jikelele. Ngethemba ukuthi unesekele ngempendulo akunike yona ke ushaka wethu la ekhaya Jikelele. Ntombi Okay, ake uNtombi wase Newcastle kubesishayele uyazi ukuthi bayajabula lemu abantu. Isifazane nje wabe ngishilo umfana. Sikhuluma nje ngama abs. Angiboni yabona noma unganga actor kakhulu. Ama abs ngathi azokukhuluma.
Azokukhulumela azongisiza. Awangisiza.
Yeah. So uma ngabe sikhuluma mhlambe amanye ama actors obu actor now. Like mina I remember yazi ngeke ngaya kuma auditions nami phela ngangifisa uku actor at some point. But mina ngangiba intimidated especially with big names. Uyabo so bengithi ngifuna ukukubuza nawe bekunjani mhlawumbe ukusebenza but now you big name yourself but sengiyasho nje ukuba ku the same space with your fellow actors and actresses and ku same level nabo like kunjani nje how is the mood?
No, Kona, I think it was one of the most beautiful sets like esibuya wonke umuntu behloniphana size ngomsebenzi. So I think that's the one thing, and because besiqopha umlando omkhulu wa wonke umuntu ama egos nezinto enjalo bengekho space akhona. So from all the actors, from all star Khoroge to Mam Star Khoroge to Umam Don King nobo Abdul Khoza Wiseman umncube bonke nomzamo Mbatha sibambile lapha.
Benibambile ku right yonke into grand. Hayi cha siyezwa ke welemu konje yini enye emengifisa ukuyibuza sengenzela nje ukuthi ngingaze ngidedele ngingakabuzi lutho. Ikhona futhi enye ikhola ke esikhona uVusi ophuma eLamontville hayi kwaZulu Natal impela is representing today. They are saying siyafona sifonele ekhaya sifuna ukukhuluma noLemu. Sawubona bhuti sikamkele Ekhaya Jikelele.
Yebo siyabingelela njani sisi?
Awu siyaphila nsizwenya sethembe nawe uyaphila futhi niphephile lapha eThekwini siyaziphila indaba yezikhukhula kanjalo nesishingishane sethembe ukuthi uphephile wena lapho khona.
Yes kunjalo nje uphefumulo sahlala nenyama ngibingelele futhi nakushaka wethu lo hleli nayo lapha e-studio.
Yes. Ingabe mhlawumbe kukhona ufuna ukusho kuye uLemu hang. Ngiyazi ukuthi hayi vele usewushaka sonke simbona njengoshaka.
Ngiyashintsha vele omafika.
No bengifisa ukubuza ukuthi lo msebenzi owenzayo mkhulu kakhulu yazi uma ngabe uzobuka ukuthi ke uxoxa umlando womuntu obalekile kakhulu. So bengifisa ukwazi ukuthi kumthatha isikhathi esingakanani ngempela le character ayiqonde kakhulukazi njengoba engasuyena umZulu.
Oh okay ke bhuti uzokuphendula ke manje uLemu Khangi Lemu Khangi umZulu umbukeli wethu yabuza.
Angazi ukuthi ngizoyiphendula kanjani leyo ngoba still namanje angabelieve ukuthi ngilona ilembe yabo escreening. So kuyinto esangenayo egazini. So I can't say ukuthi ngale date bese ngiyibambile.
Yeah ukuthi uyibambe nini but it took you isikhathi eside to do the research.
And into esiza ukuthi sinabantu abafana nobamntaka abasiza nje la mekuthi kuyaxeka nje kancane
uyaqinisa. Yeah into engithandayo mina about the production ukuthi it's well researched nabantu abakhona abantu vele abaziyo abathenjwayo. So noma ngeke beze beniyeke ukuthi inhlanhlathe nishone eceleni vele bazobe benibuyisa endleleni. So siyabonkhulukele ngokuthi sivakashele la ekhaya breakfast show. Thank you so much. Sikufisela konke okuhle nje nakwi career yakho ukuthi lokhu uqhubekela phambili ube nosuku oluhle futhi namhlanje.
Bonga mina.
Siyabonga kakhulu. Umbukeli lo bekuLemu ke besixoxisana naye mayelana nerole yakhe ayitholile ukuba ushaka ilembe oyindaba mlonyeni njengamanje okukhulunywa ngayo kuzo zonke indawo. Njengamanje ngembukeli ake ngithi ukuphuma ngimphelekezele ngimkhiphe ngizobuya nje emva komzuzu.